From the time mankind first crawled out of the primordial soup, a few events have changed the way human beings interact with their world. In ancient times, the beginning of sacred agriculture allowed humans to create cities and much larger communities, and brought people together on a scale never before seen. To the birth of Christ, which would cause millions to die fighting over what Christ would have wanted the best way to not kill each other. Human beings learned to look beyond themselves. It was not long after that mankind first set foot on the moon. But these events pale in comparison to the life and times of Meryl. But who is this enigmatic woman? And what does her story mean for you?
How to describe Meryl? I don't know. I've known her for 4 years, and I would not willingly venture a single word to describe Meryl.
I would describe Meryl as wild. She's a wild bitch, and I love her.
She's the cheese to my baguette, the jelly on my bread. She my breakfast.
Fucking crazy. No, I'm joking. Don't put that in.
As a space cadet, but a lovable space cadet.
Cats.
Yes, cats. Lots and lots of cats.
And pink.
Simultaneously the really crazy one with the really cool hair and is a total badass, but is also like really dependable.
I would describe her as like not being as weird as you think she is when you first meet her. Like, she's actually quite like in personality kind of a very like fair and sensible human being. She just looks mental.
She's white, she's got pink hair, and she has eyes. I'm sure I've seen them. But also, she's very funny, and she loves willies. That's a big part of being Meryl, is the penises. Oh, these big, beautiful. Oh dear.
The first time I met Meryl, we were at Big Willie's flat and I was rehearsing for the Selkie and the River Gods out in the back garden, and I can just remember, I think Meryl had bright blue hair at the time, and she just kind of like leaned over the balcony and like screamed some sort of like profanities out of the window, and I can't quite remember what it was, but I just remember me and Shannon being like, look how gorgeous she is, look at her blue hair, and we were just like, we love your hair, and just started like instantly kind of shouting her praises up to her. And that was it. I never really met her in person until like a couple of weeks after. It was just like a beautiful blue dot up on a balcony.
The first time I met Meryl was at the Give It a Go for Lip 2 years ago, and we all had to go around in a circle and introduce ourselves with one little tidbit. And hers was, hi, I'm Meryl and I have crippling social anxiety.
The first time I met Meryl was in, I think, second year maths class. Miss O'Hagan had sat us together, and it was a bit of an awkward start, but once she learned that we went to the Mission, which was an unders alternative club, we started to become friends and bonded over Green Day.
There have been several times where Meryl has been quite drunk, usually at about 8 in the morning, and she'd lap dance me, and it's always to touch myself. And one time she decided to pull it out at one of the Lit Ball after parties, and she ended up literally lap dancing me so hard that the chair broke and we both fell to the ground like all over each other, and it hurt a lot. I'm pretty sure I had like bruises all over my ass from it, so thanks Meryl.
She took me into her bed once when she was living down in Leek with Shannon, so that I could call in sick to work, to set the scene for me calling in sick, because I'd been getting drunk for some party. And then instead of me just like calling in a quiet room, they were like, no, we've got to set the scene, we've got to make it right. And she took me into her bed and I'd put on this cold voice that was very easy to do at 6 in the morning, still shit-faced. And yeah, cold and sick, and I think they believed me.
I guess the funniest one I'd have was when we were preparing for dance music, where we were doing like painting for the planets, for the planet scene, and then it was literally just us outside painting all the props and set pieces, and then a gust of wind came along and blew all the paper mache planets like off into the sunset. That was really cool. So just the sheer panic was great.
Got a wholesome Meryl event. I remember that one time in Rose Angle where she made chai for everyone. And right now I'm addicted, and that was the best time I ever had in Rose Angle. And then there was the homemade pizzas as well. So good.
Why are these all about food?
Yeah.
Our offspring nights were probably some of the best, where we just sit in your house and get smashed on like cheap booze and then dance along to the offspring, and they always made this pact.
Screaming out the window.
Oh my god, I forgot about
We
that.
were literally screaming out the window, and there was a pub right opposite my house, like an old man's boozer.
Oh yeah.
And there was this guy called Dennis who you once got cigarettes off of.
Yeah.
And we were literally like hanging out of my utility room window and screaming the lyrics of The Offspring out into
Like
the street.
full pelt, like top of our voice,
Yeah.
screaming the lyrics of The Offspring. I don't know how we didn't fall out the window.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of passion we put into
That was fun.
amazing.
Meryl got on with Rachel, who was the other person doing maths and physics, and invited her to her, I think it was birthday party. I want to say birthday party, and so invited Rachel, couldn't not invite me. Rachel had a different thing that night, so I went alone, got really, really drunk, and passed out under a mirror. And since that point, we've been very good friends.
After the winter graduation last year, we went back, me and Rachel went back to our my flat. And then she just basically gave us a pair of clippers and told us to shave all her hair off, which we did, so she was, bald for about half a year. Good time. Oh, and then we put, we took all of Meryl's hair and put it on Rachel.
The end of the world party that she threw, the Life is Strange end of the world party themed thing that she threw where we first met Rachel. That was a right corker of a night. It was well good.
No, I'm getting my parties mixed up. Okay, too many Dundee parties. Okay, back to Olivia's house this time. Everyone running about a bit fucked up, and Olivia and Meryl comparing tits, and they actually have very, very similar tits, and them just running about being like, whose tits are the best? And we were like, we're not taking sides. You both have fantastic breasts.
Meryl stories. The time she accidentally shared a picture of her boob on Facebook, that was really funny.
See you later. See you tonight. See you guys later. Have a good night.
She was like, oops, boob on Facebook. But I find that really entertaining. I think about that a lot.
We stole a head from our old flat, or from the people next to our old flat, after we got attacked by a dog with long front legs in the park. That'll all make sense if you're Meryl.
We went to Wings and got absolutely smashed off a bottle of Hooch, with gin in it, the Gooch. And then we decided to sit in Greyfriars and then quote The Simpsons and just started screaming, twirling towards freedom! And disrupting a tour group was always fun as well, about testicular torsions. That I need to learn to speak a lot quieter when I scream things about testicles. Like, we actually distracted an entire tour group just talking about testicular torsions. I didn't notice it because I'm screaming it at Meryl. And she taps me on the shoulder and turns out this whole tour group are staring at me, and I fucking just ran out of Greyfriars.
Well, that's the story that they're going to tell when they go home.
So, oh yes, we got distracted by a Scottish girl and testicles.
Exactly.
Oh, Meryl, why do we exist? We're a ball of embarrassment.
Also, that one time she brought Indy, and the other time she brought Indy, and all the time she brought Indy,
Yes.
because she has the best dog.
Yes.
It's not really about Meryl, it's more about Indy. Dog.
But I had to carry Meryl to the Fringe flat because she was wasted. And of course Meryl's like twice my height and high heels, and I'm like dragging her along because Julian and Vachel just like abandoned us.
The time we tried to go to Pout, then Pout was shut. And we ran away from Vachel because he was asking people whether they'd rather be raped or murdered, and we just thought, nah, not having that. So we tried to go to Pout. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, it was good. Then we ended up just like drinking vodka in the street for some reason.
Yeah, no, I know stories. There was that one time we went to the shops. We bought some food and cleaning supplies from the shop. That was good. I liked that one. I don't know.
Yeah, she's really welcoming. I just remember sort of even if decon didn't actually happen in the end, we were going to, the fact that I like wanted someone to go with, and she was just like, come with me, and then like started inviting me to you guys' stuff, and I sort of slowly but surely insidiously wiggled my way into this friend group.
I'd say that she's a really nice, friendly person. Like, she's very cool. She's got a really cool vibe to her, but then at the same time, she's just so nice. And got a good sense of humour, so really good.
Really bubbly. Always outgoing, always willing to kind of start a conversation with people and invite people in and be like, hey, yeah. And very, very, very friendly.
Yeah, she changes her hair all the time, and I'm jealous of that because I never change my hair all the time.
Yeah, and I love the way that she says like, that thing is fucking ugly, like I need to have it. And I really like that about her. I like that she kind of just does what she wants.
She's the kind of person that doesn't really care for bullshit. She pretty much cuts through bullshit and just goes straight for like non-bullshitty conversations. I'm a big fan of that.
The fact that she's kind of so out there and so, when I say alternative, you know what I mean, means that I'm kind of able to be myself around her without worrying that whatever I'm doing is just too insane. Because it never is, because insane isn't really in her dictionary.
Level-headed and cool. Meryl's just cool. Yeah, that's the best thing about Meryl. She's just cool.
Like in all aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like a cucumber.
She has the epitome of cool.
But also cool.
She's almost as tall as me, so I don't have to slouch down to go to eye level. But she's not taller than me, which is crucial.
So my whole life,
so I still get to be the tallest one in the group.
Like, she'd go down to London and try to find them. She had to like go on the shots like with a photo of them.
Beyond that,
this is like the 90s
she...
where like social media wasn't a thing, like the internet. So like she had to have like a printed out photo. And she says sometimes that she's like scored for him.
She's artistic, and she's funny, and I've already said that, but she's very funny. But in like the most childish way possible. Like, she's the sort of person that if you put her in a group of 5-year-olds, she'd be the last one to get bored of saying things like poop.
Happy birthday, Meryl. I hope you're having a nice time. Yeah, that's it.
Happy birthday, Meryl.
Right.
Welcome to your new flat. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Meryl! Woo! Meryl!
Well done for uni, and hope everything's going well. And of course, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Meryl. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon because I've not seen you in ages.
Happy birthday, Meryl. I hope you've been spoiled absolutely rotten and had an amazing time. You deserve the world and everything in it. And I look forward to partying with you for it. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Meryl!
Happy birthday, Meryl! Woo! Happy birthday, Meryl.
Happy birthday, Meryl.
Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, Meryl! Woo!
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Meryl.
Happy birthday, Meryl! We love you so much. So much.
I fucking love you, you're absolutely amazing. Oh, happy birthday!
Love you. You're a twat. Happy birthday, babes.
Happy birthday, Meryl. Love you lots. Hope you like this cheesy film type situation. Woo!
Oh no, I just touched the penis hole. Okay, that's fine. It was gross and wet and weird. I want to touch it again though.
Okay.
It's wet. The rest of it isn't wet. But the penis hole here is wet. Just so as you know. You should really get into the touching of the penises.